Welcome to 3D Leisure at Home. I'm Gail Harkness and I'm here to do fitness Pilates with you today on this lovely Friday. And hopefully you're going to join me. Thank you so much for coming on and doing the classes and all the other classes. So hopefully we're going to have a lovely half an hour just really working through the whole body to stretch and just really concentrating, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth if you can, and just working through and enjoying it. That's the main thing. So we're going to be doing a little bit of mobility work, a little bit of stretching, and obviously a lot of core strengthening exercises, a little bit as well into the back. So just really work within your means, try not to strain. If you feel that something's too difficult, take it down. And that's it really. Just happy Friday, guys. It's the weekend and just warm up now. We're going to just stand and using nice relaxing music. So we'll get to it. Hopefully you are going to enjoy, and as I said, work through this with me today. As well, if we're doing any balance work, try to focus on a little point that you're staring at, so that makes balancing easier. And then if you just keep looking at that as you try and do your balance work, hopefully it kind of helps you to stabilise. And so we want to be standing feet up width apart, drawing the stomach in tight, the tummy, so navel to spine. Really slight tilt of the hips forward and drop the shoulders down and head in line with the spine. Take a big deep breath in through the nose and float the arm up to the ceiling. And breathing out, bringing that hand down. Being aware when you're lifting the hand up on your in-breath, you're lengthening the spine, drawing in the tummy, and breathing out, coming down, taking the two arms up, breathing in, and breathing out. And again, this time if you want to come onto the toes, you can rise up onto the toes, lengthen the crown of the head, lengthen the spine, and then nice and slowly bring it back down. Just going to lift one knee as we lift the arms, so breathing in, lifting one knee up, and breathing out, taking it down and changing. Breathing in, lifting the knee up, and breathing out, taking it down. This time take the arms up, breathe in, and just breathe naturally and hold this stretch onto the spine, lift the head. And then we're going to just take the leg out, the knee out on out breath to the side. Push the knee out, and then in breath we're going to bring it back into centre. And again, breathing out, taking the knee out, and breathing in, bringing it back, and again breathing out, taking it out, back in, and take that leg and down. Repeat that on the other side. So big nice deep breath in through the nose and hold, breathe naturally, get your balance first, and next out breath, take the knee out, arms down, lengthen these fingertips, and breathe in, bringing it back. So you really want to feel the push on the knee to the side, the lengthening of the fingers, tummy really squeezing in. And again, out breath, and in, and take knee and foot and arms down. Okay, we're going to just try, and when we bring the knee up the next time to the side, we're going to try and rotate from your hip. So we're going to try and twist the heel back and then take the leg right back, and then we're going to just drop down. So when you're dropping down, you don't have to come too high. You want to be lengthening, lifting the ribs, drawing in the belly button, and then if you do want to extend the arms forward to make that harder, you can. but we're aiming to bring the leg round in a circle, and then when we come back up, bring it back in. So I might be jumping around here. Sometimes when you first start these, your balance is a little bit off. So lift up, breathe in, and breathe out, take it out, and just breathe naturally here. And then just think about this leg. So we want to kind of lift the heel up, rotate as if you're rotating the foot right back, and then you extend the leg behind. You can have hands on your waist, you can have hands out, and if you really want to increase that, you would take the hands forward. But as we come back up, we want to be bringing this knee back up, out, bring the foot back down, bring it to the front, and bring it down. So we're going to do the same leg again. Breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe naturally. And then on next out breath, lift the heel, start to twist back, extend straight leg out to the back. Take a big deep breath in, breathe out through the nose, bring that knee up, back round to the front, and back down. And we're going to try that on the other side, so you might have a better side than the other. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing naturally, draw that belly button in, get that core to give you balance. And then next out breath, start to lift the foot up, start to rotate, and push the leg back, extend the leg back. Keep looking at the same point. And then when you come back up, bring this knee back, up, forward, and down. One more time. Breathing in. It's really difficult to hold this balance. Breathe naturally. Draw that belly button in, and then start to rotate that leg back. Extend the leg. If you want to extend the arms forward, a lot harder. And then bring it back. Bring this knee back up to the side, up, forward, and down. Well done. A lot more difficult when we're twisting and adding, opening up of the hip and balancing. So we want to draw the tummy in tight, and we want to do a roll down. So take a deep breath in, sink the shoulders down, chin up, and then drop the chin down. Breathing out, reaching down to a point of your choice. So you might want to just stand, stop halfway at the calves. You might want to reach all the way down to the floor. You want to be drawing the belly button up, arching the back, allowing your head to get heavy. And next out breath, we're just going to roll up nice and slow, drawing in the belly button, rolling up, stacking up the vertebrae. Roll the shoulders in breath, out breath, get that little pinch in between those shoulder blades. So squeeze it. Breathing in, breathing out. In, and that little pinch. And then we're going to do the same again. We're going to be coming down onto the, reach the floor, walk it out into your plank. So we want to be nice, tight belly button. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, drop your chin, start to draw in that tummy, really tight, guys. Really roll down slow and think of each vertebrae opening up. We get to the floor and relax, heavy head. And then we walk out the hands. You might have slightly bent legs into your plank position. So we want to be the shoulders over the hands, drawing the tummy up, lifting, dome the upper back slightly. So if you feel that this is too difficult, bring it down to the knees, draw up, don't have that bottom up, just sink down with the hips, draw the tummy up. So we're in our plank, Head in line with the spine, drawing up tight. And then we want to twist and reach up on in-breath. Breathe out, nice and slow, control, draw that belly button up. Breathing in, follow the hand up to ceiling. Breathing out, squeeze the stomach tight. Spread your fingers on the hands, that takes off pressure from the wrists. Really draw up. And left. And lower. And just bring the knees down. Sit back into child pose. Rest your head. You can rest the arms on the floor, or you can extend the fingers forward and get the stretch. Allow your body to come down heavy on the legs, sink into the mat. You can reach forward with the fingers, stretch from the shoulders. We're going to come up onto fours and just do 2 little cat stretches up and down, cat dog. So stretch the hands, fingers out. Take a deep breath in and really be aware of drawing up the back towards the ceiling. Lifting, tucking the head under, and then allowing the belly button to drop down nice and slow towards the floor. Bottom to lift, and head can be forward or tilted back if you have no neck issues. Any pain, avoid the tilt back of the head. Out breath, draw up, really push up. And in breath, tummy coming down, just really getting a little of movement into this back. And then come back, and then we're going to just come onto the knees. So I'm going to face the front here, and again trying to keep this belly button drawn in. We're on the knees. We take the leg out, point your toe, keep the leg in line with your hip, so that the foot isn't forward. So when you look down, it's perfect alignment all the way down from the shoulder and hip. Lengthen those fingers. And then we're going to come down on out breath, bringing the hand down to the floor. And we're going to stretch over the head on in breath, and out breath, up. In breath, stretch over, and out breath up. Now if you want to make this more intense, a lot harder, we bring the feet one on top of the other. We breathe in and we do exactly the same. We breathe out. Make sure if you are now on this position, you do not drop this hip down, you keep the hip up. If your hip is sinking down, it's too difficult. So breathe out. You might even want to just do the arm coming without the leg. And breathe out, or staying on the knee. Really lift that arm and extend over the head. So breathe out and in, out and in, and out and in. And then we're going to stay. Take one foot in front of the other. If you're on your knee, come up now. Roll over so that the body is facing to the front. So we're in your side plank, first of all, and then we'll come over and we'll face in front. So we drop the hip down on in breath, push up and out breath, in and out. And if this is too difficult, take the knee to the floor and keep pushing up, so you can still keep this movement nice and flowy. So we're down and up, down and up, down and up, and have a little rest, come back up onto the knees. So we're just going to do the same on the other side. Warms, heating on. Okay guys, leg extend out. Get the long, nice limbs, really lengthen, really draw in that belly button, and on out breath, down to the floor, and in breath, stretch over. Now you can just stay, out breath, in. Your options are in breath, lifting, or taking it, extending the legs like one on top of the other into the plank, breathing in, breathing out, in, out, so it's in through the nose and out through the mouth, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really work it. Excellent, keep it going if you can. Keep those hips, 2 hips facing the front, not dropping down, lifting, and if you're on your knee, it's fine. And bring that forward, so one foot, bring the top foot in front of the other one, slide over to that, both hands grounded, in breath, out, in breath, out. And if it's too difficult, take that knee onto the floor. You can still sink down and up. In breath, out. So we're working into the obliques. Woo. In breath, out. In, out. 2 more. Really work it. Push up. Woo. Nice. Okay. So we're going to bring the front leg, so 90-90, front leg straight across at the front, back leg bending back. So we want to be just sitting nice and comfortably, and we're going to do a little twist. So when we come to the arm coming behind, I want you just on in breath, lift up, push your hip forward, extend the head and the spine, get the hand onto the outer knee, and then out breath, we want to twist round. Then in breath, you want to come up, lift those knees, swap over to the other side, so the other foot is forward. In breath, we lift up, stretch the head, out breath, we twist. So in breath, swap the legs, reach up, out breath, twist. In breath, swap the legs, extend up, out breath, twist. And it's such a nice one for the spine. In breath, and out. Push this hip out. So really lengthen into the hip. In breath, reach up, push forward, out breath, add the twist and the push. Going to do that 2 more times. In breath, up we go, out breath, twist, back round, in breath, reach up, out breath, twist. And I'm going to come back, have the hands behind, and just do little windscreen wipers with the legs. Lovely to loosen up the hip, the back. Gives a little movement into the bottom because you're rolling from cheek to cheek. So it's nice just to lengthen and push out the hip so you get that little twist in, but also the hip opener. And bring it up, and we've just bent legs. Breathing in, we are reaching forward, chin up, breathing out, we are leaning back, we are drawing our belly button down so tight. And then if you want, we can lift one leg, so out breath and in, out breath and in. Make sure when you push up that leg, you're drawing in that belly button. So it's a nice controlled movement. We lift and lower. And if you don't want to lift, you can just stay and come up and have a rest and come back, but make sure you have that little space. So we're just breathing nice, breathe out and in, out and in, out and in. And then we're going to take this to a little capital A. So the hands are up as if you're in an A, and we lift the knee and bring the hands down through that gap. So you lift, knee, tummy in, breathe out. So take a deep breath in through the nose, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and in. And the more you're leaning back as you lift here, the harder this will be. So we breathe out, and in, and in. Squeeze that belly button, squeeze it. And have a little rest, grab the knees and lift the spine and the crown of the head on in breath, out breath, sink back, roll the back, tuck the head down, stretch through the arms. In breath, lift spine and crown of the head, out breath, tummy in, arched back, stretch, in breath, up, out breath, squeeze, roll our head down and come back. So this time we want the arms to come down, and we're not actually twisting, we're just pushing down as if you're coming down through water. So we're up, we lean back, we get that tension onto this belly button. So really draw in, keep the chin up, and then breathe out and in. As if you're pushing down hard. So just pretend you've got a big heavy weight here and you're trying to squeeze it down through water. And really push and push. And then we're going to come back up, give it a little stretch, and then we're going to sink back on out breath, drawing through the hands, so we straight arms, and this time we're going to reach back. So we're just going to tighten up the belly button on your reach, trying to get as much space between the two shoulders. So we're breathing out, we're breathing in. So really squeeze the tummy in on your reach. Try and open up the space, push that back shoulder back, stretch the hands back. So you're breathing out and in, breathing out, really tighten up the core, squeeze it as you push back, squeeze and back, breathe out and in, out and in. Give a little stretch, and then we're going to just do a roll downs. So if your legs are bent, it'll be easier. If your legs are straight, it'll be harder. So your choice, so pick one or the other. We'll go to just a halfway roll, and then we'll do a full. So if you want to stick with a halfway roll, you take a deep breath in, and then you arch the back. You breathe out, you tighten up. You breathe in, you reach up to ceiling, extend arms really high, head up, breathe out, all the way down, would be coming down, legs straight harder, breathing in, reaching up, breathing out, roll, think of each vertebrae coming down onto the mat, breathing in, lift, breathing out, and breathing in, breathing out and in, and we're going to stay down. We're going to take the legs up, and we're going to take one leg down to floor. Make sure your toes and knees is above your hips, so we're not back or forward here, we're directly above in a straight line. So if you want to protect your back, hands underneath the lower back as you take this leg down and up. If you want to lift to get a bigger crunch, then we are just lifting, keeping a space up between the chin and just taking one leg down and up. Breathing in and out. In and out. Slowing it down, count of 2. Breathe in and out. And if you want to make this a bigger crunch, when you come up, you squeeze. So we breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Try and have straight legs, as straight as possible. And then next time we'll try for 4 counts. So 4, 3, 2. I'm keeping my chest up, tummy in. 4, 3, 2 with a squeeze. 4, 3, 2. I'm taking my chest down, back down. 4, 3, 2, squeeze. So you can stay with single legs and hands under the back. You can have slightly bent legs. If you feel it's too much, don't take the leg as low. 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 2, crunch. 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 2. And then I'm going to just scissor the legs. So I'm just going to push up, up. Breathe out and in, or out one leg, in the other. And roll back, hug, and then we're going to do our little grab to stretch out. So we're going to have one leg in breath and out, in and out, in and out, in. Really draw this leg back. You can do double counts if you want a little double squeeze. In breath, out breath, in breath and out. And give that a little rest, give a hug. Just swivel, rotate back side to side. Nice to have a little bit of pressure on the lower back. And then we're going to take the feet down and we're going to take it into our butt squeezes. So we're going to lift into the bridge, so straight up and down. If you want to make this harder, you can cross this leg and push up. So you're either coming up and we squeeze the glutes, flatten the feet into the floor, or today we have one leg up and we butt squeeze. I'm pushing this knee down, getting the hip to open up, keeping my hips level, forcing weight through my planted foot on the floor to get this to work harder. Breathe out and in, out and in, out and in. Come back to the floor and cross over that leg, and then we're going to just lift, squeeze and lift. If you don't want to lift, just squeeze. Breathe out and in, out and in. You can have a straight leg here. Breathe out and in, out and in. And we're going to change into the bridge. So I'm taking it from the bridge. If you don't want to have this knee, just stay grounded and breathe out and in. So if your leg is crossed over, force that foot into the floor. Keep the hips level and just squeeze this belly button down. Really work to fire up the glutes and the hamstrings. And this will give you a little hip stretch as well if you're pushing this knee out, adding on extra weight, and then bring it back down. So we're just lifting or staying on the ground, squeeze, breathe out and in, or the straight leg. Breathe out and in, out and in, out. So those are your options. And really squeeze that navel to spine, keep that space. And pull the knees in. So we're going to just stretch. So we have the two knees together, and we're just dropping them on out breath to one side. Allow the shoulders to stay on the floor if you can. And then if you want to increase this, either draw this knee down, take this foot, extend this leg, and bring that leg down. So we're really creating a big stretch like onto the outer thigh. If it's too uncomfortable, take it back to the bent leg. And if you want, you can climb up, grab your little toe and draw in that heel to bottom. The wider you take this foot, the more of a stretch you get. Try and breathe so you're not holding any tension. Nice big deep breath. And we want to just bring the legs bent, bring them back up, and then drop the knees on out breath the other way. Either stay as you are, hand on, increase, take the foot, extend the straight leg, take it down. You'll instantly feel the stretch right up into the spine, the outer thigh. The more you take this leg up towards your shoulder, the harder it'll be. And if you want to do that little grab, bring in this heel towards your bottom to get the quad to stretch. It'll stretch out your hip on this leg if you push in forward. And if you bring that leg up higher, then that'll be a nice big stretch. And then bend the legs, bring them back to center. Draw the knees in and extend toes and hands, lengthen out the tummy muscles. Nice big stretch. And to finish, we're just going to roll over onto our tummy, and we're just going to have the hands, elbows underneath the shoulders. My hands are spread out slightly to the side, and I'm just having this pinch between the shoulders, pushing the shoulders back, and my hips are grounded, my toes are extended, legs slightly apart. Just getting this squeeze back in, lengthening the tummy muscles, working the lower back. And then we're going to just drop down. So I want you to just rest either have your chin on the floor, you can have your head side on, grab one heel in, and if you can, the other heel in, and just give a little squeeze in. Just squeezing, getting the quads to stretch. And then I'm taking my hands around the ankles. And if you don't want to do a bigger stretch, you can just give a little stretch through here, keeping the legs. I'm flexing my feet, and then I'm just lifting here. And I'm pushing my hands up, sort of holding on, and I'm pushing my feet away from the hands. Just getting a nice big stretch. And if you have neck issues, do not tip this head back. If you are fine, you can just lift, push the shoulders down, and then relax back, hug the heels in, let the legs drop, and roll the hips side to side. Just allow your hips to roll into the mat, loosening off lower back. You can rest your head. You can have your hands underneath your head and just roll back and forth. And then nice and slowly push up onto fours. Bring it back seated. Cross these legs. Sit comfortable. Breathe out, push out, drop your head down. And take it back and lift on out breath. Sink the shoulders down, lift the arms up. And then we're just going to stretch the waist. So one hand down, stretch over and back and stretch. And again, sorry it took you a couple of minutes over. and hope you enjoyed that today. Thank you so much for joining me. I won't be back till next week, so FLX next Thursday morning at 8. So hope you feel chilled now, hope you feel relaxed and all the muscles feel good, and you're going to have a fabulous weekend. Have a drink of water now and just really just enjoy that you've stretched all those muscles if you've been working hard all week. It's good to lengthen and stretch. So thank you again for joining me, and as I said, stay well, have a good day and a good weekend. Thank you. Bye.